everybody? Here comes.
Did you wait for me to finish yawning then?
No, I didn't. Timed it well, though, didn't
I? You did time that well, to be fair.
But here is I think this is going to be the way we're going to do predictions. The prediction pay-per-view special, where we literally focus, because I think when we do our pod, if we focus too heavily on the prediction side, it takes up a large chunk of our stuff. But yes, this weekend, Saturday, it is Survivor Series. War Games is part of it.
War Games!
And at this point, last night, we are now aware of the full men's team, the full women's team, and everything else. Spoiler alert. So yeah, if you haven't watched Monday Night Raw and you're watching this because you want to see our predictions, there is going to be a spoiler coming. You're well prepared. You've got plenty of times now to switch off, go and find out what happened in Raw, and then come back. And obviously, we had a bit of brief discussion in our pod, but we'll probably drop after this about Raw as well. So we're not going to spoil it. We're putting a pod out. You watch that and then watch this. No, wait. We're going to do that. So, mate, Survivor Series.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about Survivor Series.
So it's one of the big pay-per-views. I can't remember what they say no more because you have so many of them. For me,
it's one of the big four.
Yeah, for me, it used to be one of my favourites back in the 90s.
Yeah,
I love the randomness of the 8-man tag elimination tags. I mean, Hogan and Ultimate Warrior tagging with The Undertaker and Gonzalez probably never happened, but that's how random it was. Yeah, I like that. And obviously, over the years, it's developed into the show versus show, feud against feud. And it's sort of lost its magic, and then obviously in the recent years they've brought back in War Games.
War Games.
And if anybody doesn't say War Games like that, you're not saying it right. That's how it has to be
Although
said.
Adam Pearce announcing War Games gave me goosebumps. It was quality the way he did it, to be fair.
But yeah, so we've got it this weekend. Obviously, if you don't know the War Games match is it's the brainchild of Mr. Rhodes' father.
It is.
Dusty Rhodes.
The smile on his face when he got announced for it was mental on morale. I did like that.
Yeah. So I know you've been watching him. You have a bit of a moan, and you do like him. To be fair, I watched last year. I've been watching the War Games matches. That's all I've rewatched with it. I'm not the last. Like I say, it's lost its magic for me. I like the 8-man elimination tag matches.
Yeah. So because I've been working from
the last one I really enjoyed was the NXT involved one.
2019 one, yeah. So because I've been working from home, I've had network on the TV while I've been working because obviously not knowing I've hurt my leg and I can't walk, so I've been working from home every single week. Feels like I'm back in tech. And anyway, yeah. So I've been on and I've been watching them, but then obviously when something happens, when work calls, so then I don't really watch them. But when you just watch them and you just sitting there and you just think this is a drag, like you waiting the match you want to see. I can't remember what pay-per-view it was. I was interested in one match. To be fair, I think it was 2014 and it was the main event between Team Authority and Team Cena with Sting debuting. Spoiler alert if you've not watched it. Bit late to it. That's gotta be Sting.
10 years.
Yeah. So yeah, when I say it's one of my favorites, I'd be lying. I loved it. 2001 Invasion storyline coming to an end.
Yeah.
That was quality. And then 2002 with the Elimination Chamber, the Ruthless Aggression era was kicking in, and it was like something new was happening. Scott Steiner debuted on that show as well. Dudley Boys reunited after Reverend Devon being a thing. Paul Heyman turning on Brock Lesnar and Big Show pinning Brock Lesnar for the title, no one saw coming, kind of thing. 2003 was a good one again. The Buried Alive match with Vince and Undertaker. With help from Kane, Goldberg, Triple H, Stone Cold losing the job as co-GM. Thanks to Randy Orton. 2005 was the first Raw v SmackDown 1. You had Theodore Long versus Eric Bischoff, where the Boogeyman got involved and Theodore Long beat Eric Bischoff. Trish versus Melina, and then you had Raw v SmackDown match at the end. So there's been good ones up to like I'd say 2006. Then after that, they're all very meh. 2010 is the most disappointing because everyone thought Wade Barrett was going to win the title from Randy Orton. Obviously never happened. It should have. Travesty. Shocking. I'm trying to think of words without swearing. And then 2014 was, like I said, was Sting and the Authority, and then 2019, and then last year with the War Games. So they've been very far and few that they've been great. 1990s, 97 obviously sticks out like a sore thumb because of Bret Hart crying because he didn't want to drop the title. What did you want Vince to do? Just let you go to WCW with the title, get a grip. Like, honestly.
Bret knew about the one. Bret knows about the Montreal Screwjob. He knows.
Yeah, I know he does, mate. He's milked it more now than anything.
I think the milking of it now, it just makes me believe more that he was in on it.
Yeah, definitely. I know, I agree. And everyone knows I hate Bret Hart, so anything against him, I'll agree with.
Yeah,
yeah, no. 99. Yeah, it's fucking. He's a bitter old man. He can stay away from wrestling for all I care. I don't care. People can come at me for that as well. Shawn Michaels is better than Bret Hart. Owen Hart's better than Bret Hart.
I was just going to say, Bret Hart's like the best Hart.
Exactly, he's not Jim Neidhart's better than Bret Hart. Yeah, 1999 is obviously Stone Cold got run over.
I did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock. And then 2000, it was Stone Cold's return, and he turned Triple H upside down in a car, which I really believe Triple H was in that car after he got dropped off a forklift. And I was like, oh my God, Triple H is dead. I cannot believe he's just killed Triple H live on TV. And then the next night on Raw, Triple H comes out with not a scratch on him. It was mental. TV, everyone. So yeah, Survivor Series has been very fine between. Obviously, last year's was great with War Games with the Bloodline against.
Yeah, we watched that.
The Brawling Brutes.
Last week.
Oh,
you watched that one, was it?
No.
It was really good. Really good match.
Yeah, it was quality match. Really enjoyed it. It's the storytelling in it between Sammy, Jay, and Roman and Owens. It's just mental. Yeah. So we're gonna do predictions. Now there's a few matches I really do not care for whatsoever. There's a match that could happen. We don't know. We will ask about. We will talk about that briefly. I've got to ask it because it's on here as an open challenge, so I'm going to ask it. So we'll start off with Carlito versus Santos Escobar.
Just so my car. I'm going Escobar.
Yeah, me too. He's not wrestled in some time because he's been injured, so.
But it just makes sense for the storyline for him to beat Carlito.
Yeah.
I believe the rumors as well. He's about to create a new faction with NXT stars. Don't know who they are. Can't remember the names.
Oh, what, from the LWO?
So he's going to separate from NXT. He's going to bring
so it's not Cruz del Toro and the other one.
No, so it could be Humberto and
Gaza.
Gaza, maybe. I don't know.
They've just changed characters in NXT, so that would make sense.
So yeah, the rumor is that he's going to create a new faction, which will then create, some sort of faction feud with LWO. But LWO without Santos is weak, mate. It's poor. Ray and Carlito, and the other two.
And Zelina. I love Zelina. And Zelina's a very good wrestler, but it's just it's just now, is it?
Is it? Let's be honest.
There's no one like Dum Dum. Dum Dum's 1 in a million. By the way, did you see on Raw when they cut back to the Judgment Day? Dom had a Rey
Mysterio toy.
A Rey Mysterio on top of a unicorn saying "useless father" or something like that. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a deadbeat dad.
Yeah, Deadbeat Dad. That's oh man, I love him. He's so good. Yeah, I'm going
Dom.
Santos as well. Makes sense. He's not
Yeah.
wrestled in a few months because of his injury as well, so it gives him a nice little boost, and makes him seem like an actual threat rather than just being a pushover to Carlito, who's just returning. By the way, Carlito looks in amazing shape. To be fair, considering he's like in his 40s. If I could look like that in my 40s, I'd be chilling. Honest to God. Got a long way to go. Singles match for the women's world title. Now, I forgot this was even happening until I actually looked at this. Rhea Ripley versus Zoe Stark. I wonder who's winning this, John.
I don't know.
Could be Zoe, I think they could give it to her.
Mami on top.
Yeah, always. You don't even have to go into anything. It's just,
No,
it is what it is.
It's storyline arcs. I think there's more to come from Mami's title run or being a title holder other than actually wrestling female wrestlers for it. Like, spoiler, you haven't seen Raw last night. She was making goo-goo eyes at Mr. Drew McIntyre.
Well, you dare do that to my dog.
Which I mentioned a few podcasts ago that I'm all aboard if something happens that she aligns full time with Drew. It makes more sense.
Don't do it to my Dom.
Dom. No, they can bring Dom along like a little naughty child.
He's not a naughty child, is he? He wants to poke Rhea. And then we got the Intercontinental Championship between The Miz and, oh, by the way, I'm going Rhea as well. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Gunther versus The Miz. Now,
streak against Reigns.
Yeah, if he wins, he becomes a 9-time Intercontinental Champion. I think that's the same as Chris Jericho, if I'm right. Chris Jericho's won 9. I'm going Gunther. I don't think Miz is the one to take it off.
It doesn't make sense, Miz winning it. The only thing that makes sense winning it is if the streaks, they give him an extra run. If he wins it, then it puts Gunther in a title shot, world title picture. But no, Gunther. I don't think he is, mate.
Who is?
This guy. It's the only way you get him in a title shot at WrestleMania, mate.
No, it's not.
But we're not getting into that debate now. We're talking about Survivor Series.
I was going to say, because he showed up on SmackDown for the fun of it.
Yeah, I know.
So that's how he's on SmackDown. We'll talk about that in a minute, though. I think Gunther's winning.
Talk about it another different day.
No, we'll talk about it in the main event, because it brings out in the main event.
I do think he is top 2, at least. If it's not this guy, it's Gunther.
I'll be annoyed if it's Coda. Not because I don't like Coda, by the way. Before anyone starts jumping on me, I want it. I like the Royal Rumble, the winner. I know it's not the Royal Rumble. We'll talk about Survivor Series, but I like the Rumble winner being someone new, someone fresh, to give a different story. Cody, either way, is facing Roman. We know that. Anyway, Gunther. I'm going Gunther as well. It doesn't make sense for the Miz to win it.
No.
And it looks like we were wrong about the one person that's being split up from Imperium. Looks like it's going to be Kaiser.
I think Imperium.
What's happening on Raw? I think they're going to bring someone into it, because they don't do justice. Vinci leaves, he's just going to either get fired or
but the one person they bring into it, Dragunov, just doesn't make sense coming to Imperium.
I think they'll bring someone else into it. I don't know who. I can't think right now. I've got to think about it properly. Possibly, yeah. There's loads of, you could try and mold someone into that. Gunther will obviously have a saying who it is, but if they're thinking of bringing Kaiser out as a single superstar, it's the right one to do, because he's got more about him than Vinci has. Vinci needs Gunther. Kaiser doesn't need Gunther.
Yeah, as much as they're probably going to do it, and it might work, I don't think they're doing Dragunov any favors putting him in that group.
No, I don't think they will either. I don't think it does either. Right. Before we get into the War Games matches, there's one match with Shinsuke Nakamura that has everyone asking the question: is there certain Mr. Phil Brooks, CM Punk, returning at Survivor Series? Shinsuke has been leaving riddles for the past couple of weeks, saying, "You know who you are. You've got where are you? I'll see you in Chicago." There's a few options I'm going to throw at you. You can say no to either. Yes or no to them. So I was thinking last night who it could actually be if it's not Punk. So obviously the first one I had in my mind before it got announced as Orton, even though we knew kind of it was going to be Orton, it was 90% sure it was going to be Orton.
Yeah.
But, because then Sammy backstage on Raw said, "Can we get anyone from SmackDown? Because we can get someone from SmackDown, aka Kevin Owens." But then Sammy came back and said Nick Aldis said he's off limits, so he can't.
Which frustrates me because he's not doing anything on TV, but never mind.
He is. He's suspended.
Yeah, I know, but
For Grayson and Theory.
To pay-per-view, he has his issue Judgment Day as well. It would have just worked nicely.
Yeah, but that's why
I'm happy it's Randy
because of that.
I'm happy it's Randy, don't get me wrong, but it would have been...
No, I didn't want to see Kevin in that. I wanted Orton. I wanted that. There's no one else. I
wanted Orton, but if we weren't getting Orton, I would have liked Kevin because Kevin's fucking good in War Game matches.
Yeah, no, true. No, I get what you mean. So Brock Lesnar was one I thought of, but then I remember reading
they have history,
but he's not back till before Mania. That's his next contracted show.
But Brock does
someone from SmackDown. It's obviously War Games. Shinsuke is Raw. Could it be Kevin Owens? Could it be Theory? Could it be Waller? Could it be Lashley? Could it be someone like that? Random superstar.
Big E.
But it would let that's the next one. Big E. Is he ready to return? Is he right?
What a return! What a return!
It'd be mental. It'd be mental. Almost. We had it. I know people might laugh. But we had it at one point where it was an unknown person that was going out to wrestle. I can't remember who it was. And Almost comes out. At SummerSlam it was. Almost walks out.
Yeah, no.
Is it Almost?
I'd rather Punk than Almost.
Oh my God, that says something.
Yeah.
Is it Logan Paul?
Ooh. Good shout.
It could be Logan Paul. But then again, it is Raw v SmackDown. Because Logan Paul's on SmackDown because he's got the US title. So can it set up if you Logan Paul coming out beating Shinsuke and then someone comes out from SmackDown to challenge like Bobby Lashley to challenge Logan? Maybe, don't know, just a possibility. Or the obvious one, the Gobbledygooker.
Yeah, the Gobbledygooker.
Yeah, it could be him. Don't see why not. Legacy at the Survivor Series. Could it be a returning legend? Obviously, we know the Undertaker's done and dusted, so it's not the Undertaker, not Kane or anyone like that. But is it Ted DiBiase or someone like that? Don't know. Or is it Phil Brooks, CM Punk?
I'm not getting to that conversation with him. I'm sick of talking about him. I'm just going to go out and say I really hope it's not him. That's enough on that one. I would like it to be someone off the roster now. Or somebody returning back from injury.
NXT.
Or NXT. Someone coming up from NXT.
Oh, a Bron Breakker or Carmelo Hayes.
That sort of thing. Yeah. Brock Lesnar, I would love it for Brock Lesnar because there's history there, but we're not going to get it.
I don't want to see Brock Lesnar. Thank you very much.
I think it'd be good because there's a history there, and it could build to a Shinsuke Brock match at Mania, which could be good. Could it be? I'm sitting there where you're going for your names. I'm trying to reckon. Could it be a new talent, a new signing?
Who's recently left? Tons recently left, haven't they?
Could be Matt Cardona.
Oh yeah. Oh, could it be a return? Someone that's been fired recently, like Ziggler.
Ziggler was at AEW.
Oh, Matt, he's backstage.
But
his brother works there.
That's it. Could it be? Could it be someone like we're not even thinking about people like Matt Cardona?
Yeah, I don't think it is only because of his indie dates and all the titles he holds.
One show takes away, finishes his dates, comes back.
Possibly, but I don't see
it.
I think it's
Will's doing it over at AEW. I wouldn't be shocked if it's Ricochet.
Shit, it's going to be Ricochet, innit? He's the one that took him out. It's Ricochet. Yeah. I'm going Ricochet. Yeah, you just done it for me. It's Ricochet.
Ricochet. I got to go Ricochet, and if it is Ricochet, Shinsuke's winning.
He's getting booed. He's getting booed. If that's not Punk, he's getting booed.
I tell you now, mate, it could be fucking The Undertaker that comes out to take on Shinsuke Nakamura.
Anyone's getting booed. Yeah. If CM Punk does
booed.
not show up in that pay-per-view at that point, anyone, whoever it is getting booed.
Yeah, it's a pity. It's a pity. WWE should absolutely bury the fact, if they're not going to sign him, nail it down, get it out there quick, because it needed to be done that no, Punk is not re-signed with WWE, so we can get past this. Is he coming to Chicago, and it's not going to affect nobody's matches?
Yeah, but then again, it gets people buying the tickets because they want to know that. What they should have done is sell the tickets, then go. But once it's sold out and done, gone. Yeah,
well, it was sold out apparently last night. They released a couple more
last
tickets.
Night they released more, didn't they? Last night, so that's why they won't, because they want people to buy the tickets to get in there. That's why they won't say
it. No matter what, whoever walks out of that match is getting booed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Chad Gable,
no,
there's plenty of names we can throw in there.
It's Ricochet.
But yeah, Shinsuke's winning, mate.
Yeah, same. Bianca Belair. So this is the women's War Games match. We have Bianca, Charlotte, Shotzi, and Becky, who is now friends with Charlotte again, versus Damage Control, Bayley, Asuka, Io, and Kairi.
Who's losing? Who's winning, Matt?
Damage Control's winning.
Damage Control's losing.
I'm going Damage Control's winning because of Kairi win back with Asuka.
If Damage Control win, they're attacking Bayley at the end of the match.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, and the other guys are making the save.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bayley face turn with. I don't know what they're going to do with Dakota, but yeah,
that's the end of Damage February anyway. So
that's the end of Damage Control, that match.
Yeah.
But I'm going with the other guys.
Yeah, Bayley just looks like they had one out in that.
Yeah.
And then you've got the men's War Games match, and these two War Games matches I'm really looking forward to. Cody, Jay, Randy, Seth, and Sammy, Damian Priest, Dirty Dom, Finn, and JD McDonough, and then Drew McIntyre with him as well.
I'm really looking forward to that match. I think
Randy and Cody win.
Yeah, I think they're winning, and I think Priest is going to try cash in. So,
this is where so on our wrestling chat that I have with the lads, we spoke about this the other day and how we would do Drew with the Judgment Day. This is how I would book it. So I put Priest and Balor will beat down Rollins. Obviously, they have. I was doing this on Raw, but we'll do it on Survivor Series. So the Survivor Series has happened. All done and dusted. The others have left the ring.
Yeah. The others have left the ring. Seth hasn't got out.
Yeah, Seth's still in there.
Rhea relocks the cage.
Yeah. Well, Rhea's walked out already to make sure the Dirty Dom's okay and Drew and that. She's brought out the briefcase.
Yeah.
She Judgment Day in the ring looking at Seth. Priest thinks Rhea's going to give it to Priest to cash in. Gives it to Drew. Drew cashes in. Beats Seth. Priest is like, oh my God, what's happened? It's my contract, blah, blah, blah. Opens the contract he had. There's nothing in it. It's been took out and put into the normal one. Or put into a one that looks the same as his. Been given to Drew. Drew cashes in. He's the world champ. Next night on Raw, the next week on Raw, Priest gets kicked out of the Judgment Day. Drew's the leader.
I think Drew's costing Priest that win. Priest is not winning that title with that.
No, Drew's winning it. Drew's cashing in. Drew's the one that's going to do it. Rhea's going to be the one that helps him.
Yeah, Drew's getting costing David. It's coming.
Because Priest has turned around and said, "I'm the leader of the Judgment Day."
Yeah, it's not. It's Mummy.
And then on Raw, Rhea even was like, "I know you're the leader of the Judgment Day, but I did this off my own back."
So she was wording it very cleverly.
Yeah, I know she was. That's why I'm saying that's why I've gone the way I have with cashing in.
You're the leader of the War Games.
Yeah.
And like I said, she was making goo eyes at the big Scottish psychopath. Which, by the way, absolutely great promo again. Absolutely amazing. But I think, mate, we've picked the same all the way through there.
Yeah, we have. Well, no, we haven't. Women's War Games.
Oh,
I've got
yeah, I've
Damage
got the
Control.
good guys. I've got the good guys. The Heat Faces.
Yeah, I've got Damage Control.
But it has premises to be a great pay-per-view. It also has the premises to be a bad pay-per-view because it's WWE.
If it wasn't War Games matches, then I'd say, yeah, it's got the premise of being awful. But because of the War Games matches, it saves it.
Yeah.
The only match I'm not looking forward to is Zoe and Rhea because I really don't care about as much. And this says so much about the women's division on Raw. I don't care about Zoe Stark.
The thing is, well, Rhea's going to be on her own.
Right.
No Dirty Dom there to cause distraction, but Zoe's going to have Shayna. But Rhea's still winning.
Rhea's winning. Don't matter.
Yeah.
So,
well,
that's our Survivor Series picks.
Absolutely. Guys, don't forget, this weekend is Survivor Series, and this is why we've done this video. If you like it, hit the like button. Subscribe. Don't forget our other social medias. Facebook, X, Twitter is Wrestling Fellas. TikTok is Wrestling Fellas Pod. And Instagram is Wrestling Fellas _ No, it's Wrestling _ Fellas Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go hit the follow and like everywhere there. And also we mentioned in our podcast that we've just filmed before this that there is going to be Twitch stuff coming soon. More Matt plays. I think he's going to start with Just Bring It once we finish the Matt versus John series, which has got a new video coming as well. One out now, as you can see the backgrounds behind Matt. My background's playing up. It's a good one. But the next one's better.
Yeah, the next one is better.
Next one is... But you need to watch that one and the one before to get why the next one is so good.
Do you know what? On this one as well, I turned around and I said to you, I'm not going to use that card. I'm going to use it in a couple of weeks when you're not expecting it. And that's what annoyed me because then, yeah.
But yeah,
I just realised I'll cut that bit out.
No, that's cool. Because now that I've said don't make no spoilers, that people are going to make, why do we?
No, because it'll be out anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, go and watch the videos and find out why Matt called me a see you next Tuesday.
Again.
I
didn't realise I called it you twice.
That's fine, mate. It's absolutely fine. But, mate, War Games Saturday.
War Games.
Till then, mate. Peace out.
Peace.